Good morning, my name is Martina Rosetta from Santo Domingo, Pueblo. Amarao Hopa. That is our greeting to everybody. Well, and so we're doing the demonstration on bread baking today. That's how we pull them out, the good bread. When I started here, I was doing bread. It was the Casa's recipe, and it had whole wheat in it. So this time, this is all, it's not whole wheat, it's white, but I still added rosemary because I guess the lady before me who baked put rosemary in the dough. So I started doing that. But at home, we just do it with white flour and the regular process. We love this oven because it feeds many. We live in a big community, so we're always together, grouping up. We usually have help from either neighbors, or for special occasions we share the oven. So maybe grandma or auntie next door might do like 5 pounds, and the other 4 neighbors will do 5 pounds. So we'll all gather with, bring our doughs and have fun baking. We learned it when we were kids. Our grandparents, well, I learned from my grandmother. She taught me how to stack the wood in the oven before lighting. And so I'm gonna light it now. I got it stacked. I hope it lights right away. We're gonna warm the oven for at least an hour. I'm gonna cut the dough in 4. I didn't bring the recipe, but you could always start with 2 cups of flour. 2 cups of flour, and then add like a little bit of, maybe a 1/4 cup of oil or less. And then I like using milk, like 3 tablespoons to a pinch of salt, and whatever else you want to put in your dough.
So no water?
I do use water, just a little bit of water. If the dough's too tough, then I'll use water. So here are the little rolls. Little rolls are great for dunking into soups. We're always cooking soups. The Pueblo's favorite is the pork with red chili, and accompanied by potato salad. That's what we do for the guests. My favorite is the bone stew. It's I like using beef, and it makes like a nice roux. Beef broth. Put red chili in it. Add a little bit of pasoli. That's my favorite. I use the yeast in the this dough. I don't do sourdough. It's normally the Zuni people that do sourdough. Well, I'm putting a little bit of oil on them, so when I let the dough to rise, it won't dry up. It'll have some moisture, just like putting lotion on your skin. So I put a little bit of morel on the outside. Morel oil or lard. Just squeeze those in. Got one pan ready. We're going to let it rise. Do another one. Oh, I keep forgetting to check on my fire. Ysidro. Hur nu bet ju man har hos 11 dir. Let me make sure that my fire's set. If I'm not watching the fire, help me watch the fire.
Yeah.
Make sure it's going. Almost there. Go ahead and use this one. Okay. That looks good now. You set incentives for the kids? Well, they say, I'm going to go there and guard the bread. And that's what they did. They helped to gather twigs and, you know, do little chores like go get this for me, go get that one. And the first pen that comes out, like I fixed one with 6 or 8 little rolls, that'll be handed out to them, and they love it. They get it warm and hot. I don't want to get it too wet, because then if it's too dampy and I pull out the embers, they might cool down the floor quick. So for a small oven, it might take a day, yeah, if they know what they're doing. Yeah. I had one man who came in and did it for 2 days. Yeah. The first time he did it, he was quite slim. It took him a day. Yeah. The second time he came by, it took him 2 days because he had to get out of the inside because he couldn't really sit in there to build it. He had to get out and let it dry, and then he came back the next day and finished the top. Yeah. But they have certain adobes just for ovens like this. It's a little frame that's maybe 5 inches in the front and 7 in the back, and it's made like a pyramid, like that. And so that's how they do the little ovens. So those ones, they turn in a circle. Yeah. The adobes I used are the long ones, and of course he knew how to lay them, so it really went well. This is the biggest one I had in there. It's almost there. So we're getting ready to pull out the ember. To pull the rest out. These guys are still hot. You can roast chili over them. This is the wet broom. Yeah. Moving the embers to the side so we don't step on them. They're still hot. They're still burning as we speak. So here goes the wet mop. Clean it out. Everybody gets poked, so be careful. I can't see back there. Okay, we're ready to bake. Let's do one at a time. Yeah. because that's aluminum pans.
So
yeah. Get there. Look at this. Ishka. 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 Okay. I bring a temperature. So this door's gonna close up and try to get a lock on top. So to rise up the door covering.
Yeah.
There, that should do it. Save that for next time. And we'll pray that they go well. Ytterst stort och bara med ljusåret penstickarna nederst stort. Så det kunde vara där. It goes up to 400 degrees, 400 and above, but when you have the fire in there, it's like 13 to 1500 degrees. It gets really hot. Like I said, like a kiln, it can bake the pots. So, but when I pull out the ember, then it starts going down like 500, 400, 600. And there are stages, like the first hour, it'll be like 400 to maybe 325. When the cookies are done, I can still roast chili pots in there. The dry chili pots, we dry them in the sun, but we still roast them back in the oven. So how I do that is I place them on baking sheets, and then I'll place them on the floor of the oven. And I'll let that roast for another 15 minutes, and then pull them out and put them in paper bags. So those are ready to be blended, yes. These ones are already done. They take 1 hour of baking. Hear that? That means that the bread is done. And then, of course, I left this in there too long. And this even longer. I went outside, I came back. It's time to pull out the... So what time do we have? I should check right here.
11:08.
11:08. We should pull them out by 11:18, another 10. Yeah. We'll give it 10 minutes, see what they look like, and then I'm going to move them back. Of course, they're going to be hot. Those ones, for sure, they're going to be hot. This is the roast with rosemary. It's full. This is nice in the bottom. So at certain points in the oven, the floor is warm, and closer to the edge it's not too hot, so it ain't quite brown.
Yeah, but
right
they
there.
look perfect.
Yeah. So those are the rolls. Turn them over. Don't forget the butter. Keep forgetting to bring butter. So the actual size and the simple size. This is banana bread. And here are the finished product.
Looks good.
And there you have it. There you go.
Thank you.
Next. It's a bit warm. And here's a slice of banana bread.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Next, so if you'd like to try this bread, come join us next year at the end of September. We're here for 2 days and we can help you all can help me knead the dough, roll them out, get them ready for the oven, help me put them in the oven and pulling out the rolls and trying it warm, fresh out of the oven.